Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary.
Spiritual growth results from absorbing and digesting truth and putting it to practice in daily life. When we're in trouble or trauma, we have the tendency to become real spiritual. We pray, we say we believe, and usually we collect the miracle we expect. Then we go back to being our normal human self, doing the same human things that got us in trouble in the first place. What we don't understand is that our issues in life are determined by our consciousness about life. It is only in those moments of despair that we surrender our humanness. We go to the higher force, higher consciousness that is within all of us, which is within us all the time. Sorry, y'all. It is quite possible for us to live from that higher place at all times. We will save ourselves a great deal of grief if we live from the truth that we as humans can't do it. Yet, through our higher consciousness, we are the conduit. The higher consciousness moves us through racism, sexism, disease, poverty, fear, and confusion. So why not make that a permanent residence? I live, move, and have the being in a higher authority. Yo.
That was great. Yeah, that was fun.
I got tongue tied on that. Yes, I like that because we need to live in our higher consciousness and not always just ask for the Lord or whoever you believe in to help you through it and around it and whatever, and then it's granted, and then you turn around and start doing the same things.
Exactly.
But if we lived in our higher consciousness at all times, which we are human, so it's hard to live like that, but if we try, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. You can do it. Yes, I believe that.
And that was from the Acts of Faith Daily Meditation for People of Color by Iyanla Van Zandt. And that was for March 18th. That was March 18th's meditation. Hey, y'all. We are here. Episode 87 of the Just Being Me podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, well, let me just stop right here. Because if you tuned in last week, you was listening. I don't know what you was listening to. Maybe you listened to the week before podcast. Because me, Margot, I put all the podcasts together at the end of our podcast, wrap them up, put it in a bow, send it out, and we good to go. Well, I wrapped it up, but I forgot to put the stamp on it. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go nowhere. And I didn't even know. And Mary is over here. She's out of town. And so she wanted to listen to the podcast while she was on the plane. And she like, oh, where's the podcast? Where the podcast at? Margaret, where the podcast? I'm like, it's on there. She said, no, it's not. So when I got home, I checked it and it was sitting right there ready for me to hit publish. So that meant that y'all got a double up this week because I posted that on Tuesday. I think I posted that on Tuesday. So episode 86 posted Tuesday of this week, and you're getting 87 today. So you get the double up of us. Sorry, I'll make sure this one goes out. And that was a good episode too, 86. So if you missed 86, go to 86 and then come back to 87. Or listen to us now, because if you heard that, then I mean you're listening to us now. So don't stop listening to us now to listen to 86, but then go back. Go back and listen to us. Like I said, Miss Mary is here. Hey, Miss Mary.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, she's all the way. She's on the Zoomer, which is, I love technology. You could be anywhere. You could be anywhere. Yes. Just log in. So thank you guys for being here. Continue to spread the word to your friends and your family about our little podcast. And you can find us wherever you're listening to us now. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under Podcasts. All of that, y'all. Look, I don't fumble over those words because I say those words all the time. Every week.
That's right.
Oh, God. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh, we jumping into our weekend.
Yes.
What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
This weekend, I just got everything ready to leave town. And, I just decided, I know things are opening up, so I decided to go out and get something to eat.
Oh, where'd you go?
So I went over to the Mexican place. I just had a taste for some cheese enchiladas. And I didn't want any beans. I just wanted the rice. So I went and picked some up. And I came back home and I didn't eat it right away because, I had to do some other things first. So when I came back about 2.5 hours later, heated it up and ate it. And it was very good. I haven't had Mexican food in over a year.
Oh, wow.
Because, they closed everything down. And so, I was just doing a lot of cooking and everything. But I just said I just wanted something because I didn't want to, cook anything, have anything in the refrigerator or anything like that, cleaning out stuff and getting ready for your trip. You don't want to, have any leftovers in your refrigerator.
Right.
So, Margot, I got up. I was so sick, Margot.
You were sick?
I was sick. My stomach was so tore up.
Oh, my God.
My stomach was so tore up. I'm like, what happened? What was wrong? What happened? I didn't understand what happened. And I couldn't put my finger on anything. I didn't even eat breakfast. Listen, my stomach was so tore up, Margot. I had went to bed, woke up, got ready, had to go to the restroom. Before I left the house, went to the restroom again. When I got to the airport, went to the restroom again. And I'm scared to eat because my stomach is so tore up. And it just had to go back, contact tracing. No, I'm just kidding. I had to go back to the dinner, which was the cheese enchiladas and the rice. And I'm like, I had some avocado and had some chips and everything. And I'm just like, what is wrong? And then I'm thinking maybe my system is just like really sensitive right now because it's been having good food. You know what I mean? Fresh, wholesome food instead of the stuff that they probably had stored away in the refrigerator for Lord knows how long.
Right.
They just heating it up and throwing the stuff together, and my stomach didn't like it. And girl, my stomach did not get right until like Monday.
Wow.
I felt better on Monday. I just had some tea and crackers on Sunday. And then I went and got got some crackers and a bottle of water, at the airport. And I was just, drinking that and, just trying to figure out what was wrong and everything. And so, it got better on Monday, which I'm glad about. So it wasn't nothing but the food. I just know. I know it was.
Your body was like, what is this? We've been doing real good with what I've been cooking and eating and all that.
Yeah. Eat good, fresh, wholesome food. And now you're going to turn around and do something like this?
Right. So I'll show you. Your stomach said
I don't think so. Exactly. But that was it. That's how I did the whole entire weekend. So I'm on vacation now. I'm not going to say where I am, but I'm on vacation. And just having a good time.
Yep.
Just having a good time, feeling good, eating good.
That's good.
So everything's real good. It's, a little rainy, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm. A little rain to do you. That's fine. I love
rain. And what about you?
I have been so busy over here. For one, which I didn't write down, I'm really trying to focus on how I feel. Like, I haven't been feeling, not sick, but, I haven't been feeling myself. I've been irritated easily. I have been upset. I let the little things bother me. And anybody that knows me, I have, like, patience out of this world. And, I can let everything happen around me. And then it just, it take a lot to make me just upset. And recently I've been just like very short, very irritable and whatever. And so I prayed on it and I talked to God and I was like, just be with me and calm me down because I don't know what it is. Like, nobody has done anything to me. You know what I'm saying? To be so riled up on the inside to where I feel like I'm making myself sick,
Okay.
So, and I'm a hypochondriac, so I'll be like, oh my God, my heart. Oh my, okay, yep, I got a headache. Oh my God, all these things are happening. So I'm like, just, Lord, can you just slow me down so I can get a grip on whatever it is that is bothering me. So I made an appointment to talk to my goddess sister, Tamiko Frazier Hines. She has a coaching and wellness kind of call that she does. She used to do them in person, but because of COVID, she does them online now. So, let me see. So I made an appointment with her. I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow. I'm gonna have a conversation with her tomorrow.
Okay.
So I am, I'm glad about that. She's into all this. I forgot how you call it, like intuitive. Like she taps into something. Like she does something and she taps into it and she gives you all of this really great advice.
Okay.
With that and just her regular self, her regular counseling, where she's not a doctor, she's not a official counselor. It's just something about her being and who she is. It's just, it helps a lot of people and it really helps me. So I thought about her, and then I thought about her in the shower. Oh, speaking of which, I thought about her in the shower, but, and I said, not like that. I said, because I was telling myself that I was going to contact her to schedule this appointment. But she had contacted me. She texted me, and she asked me if I could be, she nominated me to be, I'm looking right now, hold on, what it's called. The Goddess Spotlight. So she says that, and I'm reading her text message, I think you are an amazing woman and everything you're up to is inspirational. I feel like you will motivate so many of the women on our page to go after their dreams the way that you went after yours. You went after yours and you continue to. And so I was like, oh, I would be so honored to do that. Like, oh my gosh. And so she sent me this before I even contacted her about what I wanted to do with her. So
that was supposed to connect.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I told her. I said, oh my God. And she said, see, I was tapping into you and you didn't even know. I said, I sure didn't. So I have a meeting with her, or I have my coaching session with her tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, we did pastrami on the run this weekend. And it was cool. We had, customers all this weekend, which was really great. So that's going well. And then we are really close, like really, really close to acquiring a space for our business. So, put them prayers out. What they call them, prayer warriors. Put them prayers up so that we can get our space. I will be so happy. We will be so happy. Because the kitchen is getting kind of tight. And then lastly, last night, which is why I'm so tired and stumbling even more over my words when I'm reading. Y'all know I can't read. So But I'm stumbling even more over my words because I had my first live comedy show last night at the North Hollywood Federal Bar, and it was so awesome.
Was it good?
It was so good. It was so good to be out in front of live people. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, which means nothing to me, but it was, people like to drink on St. Patrick's Day. So people were there, they were drinking and having a really good time. I had a couple of drinks and I don't really drink like that. So it took me over a whole nother loop. I slept on the couch last night. I passed out, knocked out sleep on the couch. Because I was just, the adrenaline, after I finished a comedy show, my adrenaline is high. We didn't get home until like 11:30. So I can't just lay down. I have to come down. And usually I don't drink. I don't never drink before I go up on stage anyway. But when I got off stage, my cousin was there with her boo. And we was drinking. Those drinks were strong.
So they make really good drinks.
They're good. And it was strong. I was like, oh. And I felt it when I got home. I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, there it is. There it is. So, yeah, that's what I enjoyed myself. So then I had to get up, go to work this morning. Luckily, I worked from home this morning because I was like, if I had to get up and put makeup on and clothes, it
wouldn't happen.
It would happen. I've been like, I have to work from home today just because. Can't do it. Oh man, so yes, that's all that happened this weekend. And then this weekend coming up, I'm going to a baby shower. I can't say whose baby shower because this is a surprise. I don't think they listen to our podcast. So if they do, well, they don't know. They don't know who it is. Then on Sunday, we are going to be doing some hardcore marketing and getting some stuff together for our new spot because I'm going to speak it into existence and move forward like I'm going in there on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all. Let's see. Let's talk about it. Oh no, this is it right here. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about it. Sharon Osbourne on the talk is she got heated. She got you know what? I just watched it this right before this the podcast before we came on. Just so that I can get a better understanding of like her disposition and how Cheryl Underwood asked her the question. I seen it before, but I just wanted to really listen to Cheryl's question to Sharon. And Cheryl was so clear. The way that she was speaking, she's like, I'm your friend. And I've never... Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all. I had to take a phone call. Anyway, so Sharon Osbourne... So I watched her. I watched it and I watched how Cheryl Underwood was preferencing her question. She was really letting her friend, Sharon Osbourne, know, you're my friend. We have been friends for many years and I have never seen you be racist. So I'm not saying you're a racist at all, pretty much. That's what she's saying. I'm asking that you defended your friend who is racist. So what do you say about that? You know, so she wasn't calling her racist. She didn't say that you was racist. She didn't say anything about that. But because you have those tones of being racist, you heard that she was calling you a racist.
A hit dog and holler.
Okay. And so she took it and she ran with it. And she was like, when she told Cheryl, don't you cry, I was like, don't you start crying. I'm like, what? It didn't even look like she was about to cry, but Cheryl handled herself so well. And that's sad that we have to say that she handled herself so well. Because had she went off or said something like, wait, hold on, excuse me, like I didn't say that, and I'm not implicating that you know, if she started going off and having a confrontation with Sharon, then this whole story would have been different. It would have been the black lady Cheryl went off on her because whatever. It would have been all about how this aggressive black woman went off on poor little old me, Sharon.
Right. Let me just say this, though, too, Margot. How I seen it, that whole thing when she told Cheryl to not cry, don't you cry.
Right.
You're not going to do this right now. I'm the one out to be crying. First of all, that was racist within itself.
Yes.
For the simple fact, where do you take that tone to another grown-ass woman? And you're telling her how she should be controlling her emotions right now.
Mm-hmm.
That comes from comfort.
Yeah.
That comes from privilege. She didn't think twice. That slid out like she was saying Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if she didn't, take heed to even that, lady, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm. You definitely
do have a problem. And then what kills me is everybody's talking about they just explain it to me. We don't have to explain anything to you guys. Quit playing dumb. Quit dumbing down.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you're not asking for an explanation with all the Karens out there. They're not asking for explanations.
No.
All the other people, they're not police officers and all these people that are killed. They're not asking for explanations about racism. Right. They know it. They live by it. That's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So why do we have to explain anything to you, Miss Sharon?
Right.
Your bad-eating husband and your daughter. Your daughter got in trouble one time.
Right.
For saying that somebody smells like weed and petroleum.
Right.
Petroleum. So where did she learn that from?
Mm-hmm.
Because this one lady, I can't remember who she was. She is an actor. She's very pretty.
Zendaya,
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter said that.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? And she said it very freely and jokingly, but it wasn't funny. And she was on a show.
It was
she
like
was on a show.
it was like I think it was like what's that show Joan Rivers used to do when they do the the Emmys and they dress up and they talk back about whatever people was wearing.
Carpet or something.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was one of those type of shows.
So that's homebred.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's all I have to say about that. And we shouldn't expect nothing less from Cheryl because she's a good woman and she understands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let her go ahead and dig her own hole. I'm just going to sit here, but she needs to know that I am her friend, and I'm not saying this about her, but the flag is being raised because you are actually protecting a bigot.
Mm-hmm.
It's blatant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a racist. And not only that, a misogynist as well because she was a woman. He attacked that woman because it has become a vendetta for him ever since her and this man, her husband, have been together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows that.
Right.
So we don't know what you could not see. And if you couldn't see it, Sharon, you need to go into another business.
Yeah. You really
find another job, find another avenue, because this one is not for you.
Right. Sharon had made the comment of, she said, okay, so you mean to tell me that if say Pierce didn't like something a black person did, this is the scenario she tried to use. If Pierce didn't like something that a black person did, does that make him racist? And everybody's like, no. All the whole panel's like, no. She said, so did he say something racist? Yeah, he did. He did. She said, well, that's when she's like, well, explain it to me. I don't know. Okay, we don't need to explain shit to you. No.
We're tired of explaining it. You guys created it. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Why do we have to explain it to you?
and then you make the comment of you're backing him up. So you don't even know what you're backing up. That's the whole reason why this whole thing started, is because Pierce made a tweet or said whatever he said, and then you go on social media and like, I'm backing my friend. But you don't even know what you're backing your friend up for. So had you not typed that, then this would have never happened. Because obviously you don't know. Now explain to you. I'm asking you to explain. No, we don't need to explain to you nothing. No. Because you know what it is. You know what it is.
Exactly. You
know, just as the color of the sky is blue, you know what the fuck it is. You know what it is. So don't sit there and try to turn it around and be like, well, But I watched, it was like an interview after the fact with, I can't think of the guy's name. Oh, I see his face, but I can't think of it. It was an interview. It's a black guy. It's like E.T. on like E.T. He did an interview with Sharon. And so he was asking her, what do you think happened? And so the way she tried to explain it off was that back in the day, Carrie Ann Inaba was supposed to ask a question to another of the hosts about using the N-word. And so when she asked the host about the, if you guys can use the N-word, why can't other people use the N-word? And so Carrie Ann started to cry because she felt uncomfortable even saying that. And so they made this whole pact, the ladies made a pact of, if we are not like prepped when it comes to the questions, like we have each other's backs, we're going to prep each other so that we can answer the questions as knowledgeable as we can on air. So it's no secret questions, no hidden questions. So what she's saying is she had no idea. No, the showrunner had came to her. Now the day that her and Cheryl had this, the showrunner had came to her and then said, after something about Pierce, the tweet with Pierce. And she was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then the showrunner had came back to her and said, I forgot what she said, but asked her another question about racism and the Pierce thing. And so she made it her comment. She didn't think anything of it. So then when Cheryl came and asked her about her tweet of supporting Pierce, she said that wasn't nowhere on my card, but Cheryl was reading it from her card. And the other lady, which was a white host, I haven't watched the talk in like forever. It's a white lady that's on there, the younger white woman that's on there. She was reading something. She said something too, and she was reading it from her card, but that wasn't on my card. So she felt like she had got sabotaged, she had got bamboozled, and to all of this. Like she didn't know what was going on. And she said even...
Who thought that was Sharon?
Sharon. She didn't know that this whole conversation was going to happen. And she said that's why she was so heated. And when she went into the break, like they were going into the break, you could hear Sharon cussing, saying, because Cheryl was like, oh, okay, because they must have flagged her, like, oh, we going to break. She was like, okay, wait a minute, because we're going to go to break. She was like, no, Cheryl, you tell me, fuck this, or whatever. She went off. And you could see her still talking as they were going into the break. And then they came back. And so Sharon in the interview was saying, like, oh, I was asking Cheryl the whole time during the commercial break, like, what is this? What are we doing? And she wouldn't even respond to me. She didn't say nothing. And then we came back from break. And that's what made me even more heated, because she wouldn't talk to me during the break. I was like, girl, if you don't stop woo-woo-wooing for yourself and say sorry that you interrupted the whole show. You just interrupted the whole show because of your racist feelings.
And
being called out, thinking.
Yeah, right. And here's the thing too. You put that on there so you can get some attention from somewhere, whether it was the show you work on and some other media, whatever. The bottom line is the show is on there because they're hoping to get ratings.
Yeah.
That's the way it's done. So if you made some comment like that, it was going to be discussed at that table.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The next day or whenever you guys came back to work.
Mm-hmm.
So what part did you not think was going to happen? You've been in show business for a while. Mm-hmm. You know how it goes. Mm-hmm. So why are you acting so shocked that it wasn't on your card but on everybody else's? Mm-hmm. Because They wanted to get those ratings.
Yep.
That's why.
Yep.
And you understand that. You understand the lay of the business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, say that.
Yes.
Please, say that. Because now you're gonna what? You're gonna turn around and blame CBS?
Right. No.
Stop it.
Just stop. And she said, "Oh, I apologized to Cheryl, but she hasn't got back to me." And she not. And she don't need to. Why she gotta get back to you? Okay? I'm not available.
I'm not available. I'm not taking any calls right now. I'm distraught.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Over this. I just can't believe this. No, I'm not taking any calls.
No.
And I will not be taking any calls. You will not have an opportunity to ever apologize to me.
No.
I don't want to hear your voice.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just not there. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I gave you the opportunity to I didn't call you racist, and she was so careful with her words before she asked the question. She let you know how much of a friend you are to her, and I've never seen you in any racist light. I am not talking about you. I am talking about your friend. Your friend is racist. She even said it. She said when Pierce was here, I let him know that he was being racist at that time. And so Sharon said, she said, I don't remember. So something she said. She was like, oh, well, you let. She's like, yeah, I let him know that he was racist. She said, he said something racist at that time. She said, yeah. But I let him know at that time. So now you backing your friend. I'm just asking you, as his friend, what's up with that? Like, why is he like this? I'm asking you because you backing it. You said, I back him. So... Right. Since you back him, that means that you agree with what he's saying. So what's that about?
Where's all this coming from?
Right.
Where's all this coming from? Well,
right.
What's up with the guy? That's what we want to know.
Yes. So
please shine some light on this person.
Yes. So I don't watch the talk, so I don't care if they. I care because I was happy that Cheryl Underwood got that gig. She's been on there since the beginning. She's a fellow comedian. And, she's been doing really great on that show. So,
yes,
the only reason why I wouldn't want them to, just get rid of the show is because of that. Kick Sharon off. Y'all kicked everybody else off. You kicked that lady off when the CBS was married to the CBS president or whatever he did. Me Too. Y'all kicked her off. And you had something to say. So, kick her ass off and continue the show.
Continue to show, bring somebody else in there.
Yeah.
But like you were saying too, another lady came up and said that she called her ghetto.
Holly Robinson Pete was on there in the beginning of the when they first started it, the whole talk show.
She was like a guest speaker or something.
No, she was on it. She was a host. Okay. She was an official host.
Oh, okay.
And Sharon said that she was too ghetto. She talked too ghetto. And then Sharon came.
She probably meant pretty.
Right, exactly. You too pretty. But she's like, oh, you too ghetto. So Sharon had went on Instagram and responded to Holly Robinson Peete. Like, oh, that's not what you said when you left the show. You sent me an email, you sent me an email saying that, I miss you and this is that, whatever. It was like maybe 2 lines. Well, somebody from CBS that formerly worked there, I guess, had access to the full email that Holly Robinson Peete sent and posted that.
Be careful.
Okay.
Be careful.
Like, you just gonna put what you want to put on here. So she ended up posting. Now, I couldn't see it when I was reading it on my phone. I couldn't see everything that was on there. But the fact that you put a piece on there when she put a whole lot of other stuff in that email is wrong. Like, why you gonna, if you're gonna post something, post the whole thing. Don't delete nothing off of it.
Post the memo or the letter or whatever in its entirety.
In its entirety.
You need to do that. It just goes to show you don't know who looking at you or who knows who.
Right. You're right.
Or somebody that was knowing that you were a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And say, oh, I have that. Let me just go ahead and send this over now.
Right. Like, wait a minute. I know I have that. Let me, here you go.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and get this sent over right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on now. You know what? And let's just face it. Why would that woman come out to say that she said it if she didn't say
If
it.
you didn't say it, you said it. What the heck?
People know who liars are.
Right.
People know who snakes are.
I don't get it. And you know who I really, really love and we both love is Amanda Seales.
I love that lady.
Amanda Seales.
I love that lady. I swear to God, she is so intelligent. I love her. I love her. You know what? She's not for everybody.
No.
And I understand that. But I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
I get it. I get her. I love her. I have her on my Instagram, and anytime something crazy come on, her face come across my screen, I'm like, what happened, Amanda? What happened? That's how I found out about this. I'm like, what happened, Amanda? What happened?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's just amazing. Like I said, she's smart. That's what her thing is, smart, funny, and what is it? Oh God, I'm looking on her page. Smart, funny, and something. But yeah, smart, funny, and black. That's what it's called. Smart, funny, and black.
Right. Yeah.
So
she's a great actor too.
She's a great actor. She's a comedian as well, and she has her own podcast, which I listen to that from time to time. And it's just, I'm glad she left the reel because that was a whole mess in itself for her.
Yeah, that was a mess. That was a mess.
She good. She fine.
Like I said, it's just not. She's not for everybody.
No. She the truth teller. She gonna tell the truth. She don't care what.
She gonna tell the truth. She gonna tell the truth.
And who? She don't care. Which is great. I love that. So moving right along from one mess to another, Kirk Franklin's son. Kirk Franklin's son released some audio of a phone conversation that he was having with his father and Kirk Franklin, and Kirk Franklin was going OFF on him with a whole lot of curse words and things and this name calling and everything else. And my take on the whole situation is Kirk Franklin ain't never told y'all that he was a pastor. He's not a pastor.
He never said he
was a man of the cloth. His son took him there. He's a parent. He's definitely a parent. And I did not know. I don't know. And I still don't know what the situation is. But he is a parent. And he has a child that he's had issues with his whole life. This man is 32 years old. When I first listened to this, I thought this was a younger child. But when I found out this is a 32-year-old man having a conversation with his dad, I'm like, hold on, 32. Because you old enough now for me to bop you if you disrespect me as a parent. I understand. They've been through some stuff. I understand that. But for his son, this is my comment. For his son to then put that on air and cut some of the parts out of the conversation, as far as I'm concerned, because I heard a stop and then a go. So he never. This is what a conversation. I'm not gonna call somebody and be like, blah 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 blah. Oh really, Dad? Blah 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 blah. And he going off, and the son never said anything. He didn't say anything to Kirk. That man went off for a reason. You said something to him to make him go off. He didn't just answer the phone going off. That you can't make me believe that he answered the phone and he just started going ballistic. You said something to him before you push record. And then you record it. And then you cut it. And then you push record again when he was going off again. It just don't make any sense. That is your parent. And whatever issues that you have needs to be between you and your dad. Your dad ain't never said that he was the reverend of all reverends, holy of all holy. He is a gospel singer. So if you thought you was going to put this out here to show us that your dad cursed you out because whatever reason. So my mom and dad don't cuss, but my mom and dad went off on me a whole bunch of times. Not when I was 32 because I know better. Because now we can stand toe to toe and go at it for real, like two grown people. But I would never, in my wildest dreams, think that I would. My parents are yelling at me. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record it and put them on. Well, we didn't have that kind of stuff back in the day. Because if I put my parent on any kind of social media argument, Margot would not be sitting in her seat right now. She'll be in heaven or maybe hell. Who knows? Depending on what I did up to that point. Because I did some hella stuff at a point. No, but I don't understand. I really don't. I mean, Kirk has his own issues with whatever situations or whatever, however people think about Kirk.
His life just wasn't, roses and white picket fences, silver clouds either.
Right. So, I don't know.
But his that is his first son. It's not by his wife, and the son says that he hasn't been in his father's life in 14 years. And the guy is some type of addict and everything. I don't care what you've done or what you do or whatever. Your child is your child. Mm-hmm. But I don't believe in cutting anybody off. I mean, as far as your children. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in that. I could never be away from any of my children for 14 years and just say to hell with you because you made a mistake or, you had a substance abuse problem or, you got pregnant early or whatever, or you're gay. I can't. Mm-hmm. That's still my child, But it wasn't the place for social media. I agree with that. But the thing is, people raise children, parenting, people have different parenting skills. Mm-hmm. People raise their children differently. But the way Kirk was talking...
Kirk was from the streets, okay?
Kirk was from the streets. And he was talking to his son like, his blood in that boy's veins. You understand me? I mean, I'm just like... his tone and the words came out. I could never speak to my children in that manner. I don't care what it was. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But this is the relationship that they have, I guess, and I guess that the guy, he just was a disappointment to his father. He got on drugs. Maybe he tried to help. They tried rehab and stuff like that. But sometimes, rehabs don't work because you're not really getting to what's really going on. Right. And what he's medicating for. You got to get to the bottom of stuff. And sometimes parents don't want to get to the bottom of stuff because they find out what the kids is carrying is what they put on them kids and how they raise them kids. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nobody's perfect. We know that. You know what I mean? And let's face it, Black parents have been going through a lot of stuff before they even became parents. They were broken before they even became parents. Right. That was tough for me to hear. It was sad. It was very sad. And I kind of took it in a different way. I kind of took it like this man has been away from his father for 14 years. He made some mistakes. His father just turned his back on him and said, I don't want to bother with you no more. And it's been 14 years. He wants a relationship with his father. He's a man. He wants a relationship with his father. His father's not willing to have that relationship. Okay. You tried. The recording was not necessary. And now you just need to move on with your life. Mm-hmm. But, that talking and the way Kirk was talking to him, it just hurt me to my core. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, that's hurt. Oh my God, man, he's cutting to where, he's burning that bridge. You don't want to come back across that bridge. Oh my Lord. You shouldn't talk about that. That's the way I was thinking in my mind, But people raise differently, and some people think that, it's okay, I can talk to you crazy all I want to and then come apologize to you tomorrow, you're supposed to accept it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just don't feel that way. I think we have to be careful with our words because you can't take that back. Right. You can't ever take that back. And like they say, it's just how you make that person feel when you're speaking to them. Right. Is what stays with them. Right. And I just feel sorry for both of them. I feel sorry for both of them. And, I think I'm not going to say it's not repairable. I'm sure it is. It's repairable, but if Kurt's willing, if he's willing, his son has some issues and stuff like that, and some families they do get that. Some families get through life without their kids having any kind of problems or anything, and that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Very rare though. Very rarely for people of color. But the thing is that we shouldn't turn our children away. We shouldn't turn our backs on our children. They don't have to be here. We need to find out what's going on and try to help best way we can. And I don't care how many times we have to do it. Sometimes it takes more than once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times.
Right.
Before they get it.
Right.
But we need to find out where the bleeding is and stop the bleeding.
Right.
That's what I think we need to do. But I'm just hoping everything works out with them. I really do. A lot's been said, a lot of lies been told.
Right.
In my Kim voice.
A lot of lies been told.
Right. I'll be no coming back, Margot.
Okay. It may not be.
I feel bad. I do. I feel bad. But it was when I heard it, I was like, what? And I had to listen again, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirk. All right.
That's why I just wish that I heard the sons. I wish I heard the whole conversation.
Right.
Because Kurt's son, with what he played,
mm-hmm.
like I said, is a snippet. Is Kurt's response to something. We didn't hear what the son said to him to set him off. Now I agree, that's your parent. I mean, that's your son, or you're a parent, and you don't want to ever go left with your child. But if you have a bad history with your child, and then that person calls and pushes your button, I'm only human, and I snap because of what you said. Like we didn't hear what the son said. We just heard Kirk's reaction to whatever he said.
Right.
Kirk and his wife went on Tamron Hall, did an interview on Tamron Hall. And so, I mean, it's always two sides to the story. Of course, he's going to do a campaign of, I'm the...
He got to save his name.
Yeah, he got to save himself. And he said that he has not spoken to his child. He said, but when he calls him, he said, it's both ways. He wouldn't call, the son wouldn't call, he wouldn't call the son because of their past. But when his son calls him, he said, every time my son calls me, I pick up the phone, because I do feel like one of those times when I answer my phone, that might be the turning point. That might be the point of when, everything can be fixed. So I do answer my phone. He said, but we've went as long as 2 years of not talking. I didn't call, he didn't call. But then when he called, I answered just because he called me. So, I mean, and then it's a second tape that came out now. It's the second tape. He was saying his son released a second tape alleging parental abuse. So, I mean, we all know that this guy has whatever situations with his father. His father said, and I will tell you 100%, I have never abused my son. Ever. He said, and I say that like... I ain't even got to worry about that. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, I've never abused my son. So, I don't know where he's coming. He said they had challenges for years. And as he gotten older, he has gotten even more disrespectful. And it's gotten worse. But that's his side. And Tamron had also said, we asked for the son to come on. They called him several times and asked him to come on. And he never responded.
And that's okay. I wouldn't have either. Yeah. I mean, you
should though. This is my thing. Don't put stuff on social media and go hide under a rock. Like, that's unfair. Now, if it was,
but he probably felt that he really couldn't represent himself there, especially with his daddy being who he is, with his wife sitting there holding his hand, and then who is she to do the interview? You know what I mean? It's hard. You don't have a few minutes. You can't bring up everything.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Made to look like a real loser.
I'm not gonna say my opinion on that, but I would have said yes. but I would have to do it separately so you guys can hear my side of the story. Like, I wouldn't have sat there with Kirk and his wife. I would have sat there with me, because this is what it is, and I want you guys to hear my side of the story. Because you put that video, video or whatever out there, for now we all hear it. If you didn't do that, that would have been some stuff that was going on behind y'all closed doors, and we would have never been involved. Now that we involved, you just like, nope, I don't want to go. No, you need to bring your ass on here and have a discussion so that we all can hear what the hell is happening. Because I didn't hear you say nothing. I heard on, social media, you wrote this long 13 page. I'm about to read 13 pages. Get your ass on this Tamarind Hall show and do this interview so I can hear what you got to say. I'm not reading 13 pages of you talking about Kirk Franklin. You brought this in our life.
There's a lot of people out there that have problems with their kids. Did you know that Brian McKnight had problems with his boys?
Really? How old is his kids?
Brian McKnight, his kids, I don't know what happened with them. They said a lot of mean stuff about him. And one of his sons got on social media and said some stuff, and they got interviewed and everything. It was not pretty. Somebody else and their parents didn't get along or something. They came back at him too. This Kirk Franklin is not the first one.
He's not going to be the last. With how technology is, these kids is over here. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna play this on TikTok. I'm gonna play this song this TikTok person did. His name is Desmond Dennis.
Okay.
But before I go here, on TikTok they have this challenge right now, and so it's like they have the kids talking about, oh, you want me to clean my room, and be like, or they say they supposed to be talking to their parents. Oh, you want me to clean my room or whatever? Well, this is my room, and so now they have, and like this music come on, like they talking back to their parents. So now on TikTok challenge, they have the parent challenge. So they have the kid talking shit in the beginning, and then it's like them opening their eyes, and then the parent standing over like, oh, you had something to say. They're eating popcorn. Okay, you better pick your face up. They just going off on the kid. Like they punched their kid out for talking crap. I was like, see, y'all crazy. But listen to this. Hold on. This dude made this on TikTok.
I don't know how y'all raise your kids, but no son of mine is gonna disrespect me.
Oh, you can't hear it.
Come on. I can't stand. He got me blazing. I know you heard me cursing. Feeling he's praying. Yes, we do. It wasn't right, but I can't lie. No, I can't fight when my son disrespecting me. It made me wanna go. I know I ain't perfect, but you can't take my joy away. Come on, sing. You better believe when he says up to me. You know how. Oh, where's all my fathers at? I know y'all know what I'm feeling.
He made a song, and he was like, you make me wanna cuss, instead of stuff. It's all kind of TikTok things about this right now. You gonna have to listen to the episode back so you can hear, because you could hear because you on the thing. I had to put it on the microphone. But yeah, oh my God, it's a whole lot of different things about Kirk Franklin and his son, which I will laugh.
Those people out there are so talented.
They are.
Really put those things together.
They are. Okay, so that's them. That's that. I wish them the best. Your soapbox. You got a soapbox.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say two things before I get to that. I thought about. Did you hear about the gunman that they found at our vice president's house?
I just seen that.
Yes. Shotgun girl.
Yes.
That ain't getting a lot of press. I wonder why.
I did just see that right before we came on. I did see that.
Yeah, they arrested him too.
That's
good.
A
shotgun girl.
What are you from? He was from Texas.
And it was something else too. I can't remember exactly what it was that I wanted to say, but I forget. But anyway, I just want to talk about this terrorist. I'm not gonna call him a man.
Okay.
That's in Georgia that went into these massage parlors and killed of these 8 people.
That's
Girl,
so
I just
sad.
wasn't ready.
That's so sad.
I wasn't ready. But what's even sadder to me is the sheriff, who was the spokesman for the sheriff's department.
Mm-hmm.
He said the guy was just fed up. He was just tired. And he had a bad day.
He had a bad day.
He had a bad day. That's what the sheriff
How dare
said.
you? How dare you? How dare you?
But you know what?
Oh my God.
It's so funny. He may have had a bad day, but those people that he killed
We'll never have a
they
bad
don't
day.
have another one.
No, we'll never have another bad day.
They don't have another one. It's really sad. And he said that, you know, he was pretty much just fed up, you know, and kind of at the end of his rope.
Okay, but you don't go
And on
shoot 8 people.
Tuesday, it was just a bad day for him, and he did what he did. Excuse me? Why would you say something like that? Who are you, Mr. Sheriff spokesperson? Who are
Right.
you? You know, and then come to find out, this same sheriff spokesman had on Facebook promoting anti-Asian t-shirts
Shut up.
saying, place your orders while they last.
Oh my God.
And the shirt says, COVID-19 imported virus from China.
Oh my God.
Now, he's that same spokesman that was, to me, defending this 21-year-old white homegrown terrorist.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. First of all, if he was black or brown, he wouldn't even have made it to the police car. He would have been in
Oh yeah.
one of those, what do you call those, medical examiner wagons?
Right. The paddy
Corner.
wagon.
The corner.
Oh.
Pick it
Corner.
up.
Yeah.
See,
Oh
they would
yeah.
put him dead.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Just like the same white guy that went up and shot up that church.
Right.
They treated him to a hamburger lunch on the way to the station.
Oh my God.
He's still living.
Oh,
He's
my
still
God.
living. I mean, and you got somebody, other people that are dying at the hands of these folks, and you guys are looking at it like, oh well,
Right.
oh well.
It's okay. He had a bad
You
day.
don't care about nobody else's lives.
Right.
Now, what these Asians are experiencing right now,
Right.
it's something. It is. It's something. And it's horrible.
Right.
It's horrible. But they don't deserve that because we had an ignorant president that said some things that he shouldn't have said about it being a Chinese virus. You know, when it first happened, because he didn't do the job he was supposed to do. You know, because we all know that it didn't come down in 2020, it came down in 2019. But he didn't want to face the fact, and he didn't want to mention it or whatever. COVID's been around for a while, you guys, if you don't know. But anyway, what I'm saying is, so now we got another race of people suffering. Now, they ain't going to never suffer what we suffer and what we continue to suffer.
Right.
But see, now the microscope, the magnifying glass is on you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You guys they just out there just brutalizing these people. They hitting them, they jumping on them, they killing them.
Yeah. What
And
is
this fool
that?
goes into this massage parlor and he shoots this place. Huh? And that what? We don't care? Those are human beings.
Right.
That's all you got to say. Talking about the dude had a bad day? You
had a
have
bad
got
day.
to be kidding me.
Right.
Why would you be a spokesperson for anything?
Right.
For anything?
Wow.
I'll never know. Is that the best you can do to represent your force, sir? For a terrorist killer? I mean, it's just, you know, when you think about the stuff, when you really think about the stuff in our history and what comes out of these people's mouths, it is just utterly ridiculous. And you sit up and you look at these other people and you say to them, did you just hear him?
Right.
Did you just hear what he just said?
Right.
And everybody's looking around like, oh, but don't do anything and don't say anything about it. I hope this man ain't got his job. I hope this man does not have his job.
I just seen it right now on TMZ. It said he still has his job, but they took him off as a spokesperson for this case.
He should have lost his job.
Thank you. Because he should have lost the whole job.
Because he had that stuff on Facebook on his account.
Right. He should have lost his
whole job. So why would you be a sheriff, period?
Right.
You can't serve nothing feeling like that about a race.
Right.
See, and that's why they talk about reform. Reform. You guys got to do something about these officers that's supposed to be protecting and serving. They need some reform because they caught up in this stuff, and it's horrible. You can't even trust officers. You can't even trust armed forces and people like that because these people are anti-anything and everything. You know, they couldn't even protect the Capitol, you know, because you don't know who's who.
Right.
Or what they believe in. You know, it's really sad. It's just really sad. And I just think about what they're feeling right now of what we've been feeling for years.
Right.
You know, and everybody look at us and laugh and talk crap because we be out there protesting for ours. You know what I mean?
Right.
We get up there and we get on social media and we get out there and we march and we do this kind of stuff and you know, every once in a while we may burn something, you know, we paint stuff, we, you know, whatever. But the thing is that I don't know if these people are doing enough to draw enough attention to what they're suffering right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's really sad when I see it. You know, I just really hope that they do something about this. But you guys still don't know what it feels like. But you guys can see, I mean, you know, the magnifying glass has been on blacks, Hispanics, you know, it has been on Jews, you know, oh yes, it's been on Chinese people, you know, before, you know, and Japanese people, but it has never been on, you know, the oppressor.
Right.
The one who points the finger and says that we get this group or we get that group, we get this group, we get that group.
No.
They're never held accountable.
No, not at all.
For the way they treat these groups and they just go off on what somebody says or whatever. You know what I mean? It's horrible. It's horrible that these United States of America can allow things like this to happen to different races just at a click of a you know, a switch or, you know, a pin or, you know, somebody ignorant at a podium.
Right.
It's really sad, and I feel bad for them, and I really wish that they would band together and do something about this. I really wish they would, but you know, I'm not hearing as much about it as I think we should be hearing about it. You know, they did say something. Some woman got into a fight. An elderly woman got into a fight with somebody that was trying to jump on her, and she was a Chinese person. She fought back. They had to take the man to the hospital. She wasn't playing.
Oh, okay.
Good for her.
That's great.
Good for her.
That's great.
But, you know, the side of her face is kind of messed up. It looked like, you know, he might have messed up her eye socket or whatever. But she fought. And
he the one went to the hospital.
And I'm glad she did that. Yeah. They're not doing nothing with those people.
No, they don't care. They're like, okay, whatever. All right, here's your Band-Aid. Bye, go on.
And it's sad that they can treat people that way.
Yeah. It really is.
It's really sad.
That they're able to.
It's really sad. Okay, it's going to be you next week. It's going to be you the next week. And then we're going to pick on you. You know, it was the gays with the AIDS, remember?
Yeah.
Remember with the AIDS and the HIV? Oh my God, it was them. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That hung on for years.
Yeah.
You know, it was bad. It was bad. They pick and choose it, but the finger never gets pointed at them for anything.
And when they do, they deflect. Why me? What are you talking about? I didn't do that. I didn't do this. Yeah.
Terrorists.
Right.
And you guys got some other hate build up, and you guys got some other hate in you that makes you hate other races.
Right.
And, well, I'm not racist. My son-in-law is black. So what? That don't make you stand that you're not a racist.
Right.
Well, I'm not a racist. I'm not married to a white woman. I'm married to a woman of color. That don't mean you ain't a racist.
It still don't mean that you're not a racist. Right. That don't mean you can say everything that's racist and be like, but my wife is black. Okay.
And
well, she put up with your dumb ass.
Superior of her. I'm sure you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever she is.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want her to feel like you some knight in shining armor that rode in the white horse to save her.
Right.
Please. I mean, they need to just stop it. But that's what I wanted to talk about tonight on my soapbox was this young guy going in there shooting up these massage parlors, and then going to turn around and say that he had some kind of sexual addiction and he got tired of these massage parlors. What does massage parlors got to do with you and your sexual addiction?
Mm. He wasn't getting his happy ending or something. No, it's not. That shouldn't.
But you just said they wouldn't pay for it on the street corner.
Right. You all day long. All day long.
What was the problem?
But they didn't have nothing to do with you and your sexual addiction. Those 8 people.
Those 8 people.
Didn't have nothing to do with that.
And they said that they were Asians. You know where to go to shoot up some Asians.
Right.
Girl, please.
Get out of here.
Girl, please. Margot, that was a lie from the pit of hell.
Okay.
That was a lie from the pit of hell.
Mm.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad. I just gotta say, I just can't believe these people get away with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All day long. All day.
You know. It's crazy, girl.
So
that's all I got right now.
I have a rant. I thought I was gonna have a rant, but no, it's a rant because I don't watch the Grammys. I haven't watched the Grammys in so many years. I don't even know who's who or what's what. But of course, I've seen the clips from the news, and one of the big things was the Megan and Cardi B performance on the Grammys. So they performed WAP. Okay, first of all, you cannot ask these two women who's singing about a wet ass P word to perform on your Grammys and not think it's not going to be sexy. Like, what did you think they were going to come out in? A nun outfit? Like, what? What did you think was about to happen with a song that's titled Wet Ass P Word? Okay, first of all. So the what I seen, they had a stripper pose, and what they were on was a bed, like a big, huge bed. That was the stage. It was like a bed. And it was very sexy. But okay, and it's over. Like, what do you want from these people? They have people like, oh, but my kids were watching, and your kids done seen more than that, baby doll. Best believe that they have. They curse, they say bad things, they do bad things, they see bad things, and you're just like, oh my God, my kids seen it. What about my kids? Girl, this is an opportunity for you to talk to your kids about this. If this is disturbing to you, maybe you should have a conversation with your kids. Megan and Cardi B is not your children's parents. You know, don't leave it up to them to be the parent of your child. So they were saying that one person from Dallas had a big issue. Idaho had a big issue with their outfit. She said, absolutely disgusting. And while the Texas critic said Megan was barely dressed in a thong with naked look-alike legs. Naked look-alike legs. What the fuck is that? On TMZ it says, sorry, sir, ma'am, those were Meg's actual legs. And those are her legs. So they're trying to say, well, if we're able to get rid of Dr. Seuss books, and we're Pepe Le Pew is offensive, then why isn't this an issue? First of all, like I said, don't have your kids. And if you don't want to see it, turn it off. As soon as you've seen it and it did something to you, you should have turned the channel. You have that option. You turn the channel.
They didn't want to. They didn't have on that same outfit next week.
Okay, they wanted to see it and you want something to freaking say. They were singing a song about a wet ass P word. I don't know what she wanted them to do.
Kids know every word.
They know every single word. Every word.
They doing it on TikTok.
Yep. All day long. They TikToking, they twerking, they doing all kind of stuff behind your back. And then you over here, oh my God, my child. Oh my God, it was so... Turn the TV off. Turn the radio off.
And you know what they're going to do, Margot? Let me tell you something. They're going to go and take their stimulus money. They're going to take their tax return. And they're going to beg their husband to send them someplace where they can get some surgery to get it all snatched up and put in place.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I want the Megan. Can you give me the Megan? And then give me the Cardi on this side, but you're going to be behind closed doors saying that.
I want them legs.
You want them legs? Them looking like legs.
I want them lips. I want that chicks. I want it all.
Oh my God. I just can't. Like, I really don't understand. Every time I hear stuff like that. When they see something and people are going crazy. Oh my God. Like, why do they need to cancel them? FCC is a complaint. Oh my God. Shut up. Don't complain. Turn your TV off. Talk to your own kids if you think your kids didn't watch something that they shouldn't see. The song is wet ass P word. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. That's just dumb.
And they like every bit of it.
They do. So
that's where they get their stats from.
For real. So I just wanted to real quickly go over two of my reality talk takeaways, my reality show takeaways.
Oh, okay.
So basketball wise, I haven't been talking about it because I've been getting upset about it, and I'm just like, I'm not even giving this air, like really. But they came to the conclusion on basketball wise because OG is still talking about this colorism thing, and she doesn't want to take anybody's apology. The ladies have come over because the setting of the show is a group of the ladies are in one mansion and another group of the ladies, Jackie, OG, these two new girls showed up, and the other one that I don't like. I'm glad I say her name. What's her? I don't know. It don't matter because she not whatever. They're staying in one house and the rest of the girls are staying in another house, and so they know when they went off air last season. OG had this whole issue. She was calling all the girls colorist, and they talk about her, whatever. So one of the girls went over to the house and was trying to talk to OG, saying, you know what, I'm really trying to figure out what it is that happened and how I can, kind of resolve this problem for myself. I want to understand. And then she wouldn't respond to her. She wouldn't tell her what it was. She was like, well, this was my experience. Okay, can you share with me what your experience was so that I can say sorry if I offended you in any kind of way? And this girl is darker complexion as well. So she's like, I just don't know what it is. And I'm trying to understand because we were cool, but then it went left somewhere. And I'm trying to understand. So when you see OG commentating, she was like, oh, I don't need to tell them. And they need to stop coming over here asking me because I don't need to tell them. They should know what they did. What? Okay. That doesn't make any sense. So Malaysia and, dang, all these names I can't even remember the names. I know them. But I'm just trying to tell the story real quick. Went over there and they tried to talk to her again. And so OG went and cried. She started to cry, so they're like, oh my God, she's like warming up or whatever. And, she didn't warm up. She was like, I wish you guys wouldn't keep coming over here talking to me. All of y'all are colorists. I don't need to explain to you guys what it is. You guys call me black. You call me aggressive. You call me a gorilla. You call me different things. And they were trying to explain to her, you have also said stuff about people. But because she has experience being a darker person and people saying stuff about her in her past, anything that's said, she thinks that is because of her color of her skin. That's what the whole issue is. Malaysia said she had tweeted not tweeted. She had on her Instagram. This is one of the things that she said. She said, "You had on your Instagram, one monkey don't stop, no show."
Oh, people always say that.
Exactly. And Malaysia said, "Yeah, I did have that on mine. And I was talking about a guy that I was dealing with, and I stopped dealing with him. And so I was saying, one monkey don't stop, no show." That didn't have nothing to do with you. That had nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
So what are you talking about? So she didn't accept that. She really thought it was about her. So
Wow.
I'm like, she needs to get, you know what? She actually really needs to go get help, and she needs to get off of this reality show. She really does.
Okay.
And so the other ladies end up leaving. They were supposed to be chilling, trying to get away from their kids and relaxing and having a great time. And this person is like added like this dark cloud over the whole situation. So Shani, all of them, they left. Everybody left the other mansion. Because that's like, I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done. I can't do it. I'm about to go back home to my kids and my family because I can't do this. It's just so toxic. I can't. So they left. So I don't even know where that's going to go because they left. And if they left, Shani's a producer. So what are they going to do? I hope the show is not only about OG and them in that mansion because I really don't care about that. Like, I don't care about them. So we'll see. We'll see. I wish you just would get over it and that'll be over. On Real Housewives of Jersey, oh my God. Just real quick. What's her name? Teresa. I don't know why she's being the villain, but she is. Her and another lady had, words or whatever. And so she keeps on antagonizing this lady. She tried to say that her husband, Teresa said that the lady's husband is cheating on her. She heard a rumor that the husband is cheating on her with other men at the gym. And she made this comment during the man's birthday party. The guy's birthday party she was invited to. She talking around all the people that they all know, and it got back to the housewife. And she's like, "Yeah, I heard that you were talking about my husband is cheating on me. Like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, I didn't say it. It's a rumor." She said, "But you told a whole lot." She said, "No, I told my family and my friends. But at his birthday party, where his family and his friends are there, and they could overhear you talking, and they went and told her what you were saying?"
Yeah.
So she gonna say I can't even think of her name. She gonna say, "What if I told you that your daughter Gia smokes crack or sniffs crack or whatever you do with crack? Coke." She called it coke. Sniff coke and parties in a bathroom, and so she went crazy. "How dare you talk about my daughter? This, that, whatever." But she was using it as a scenario. Just how you bringing my husband into this. It's a Real Housewives, not the husbands. Why are you talking shit about my husband? You can talk shit about me all you want to as a housewife of New Jersey, but when you bring my husband in, we have a problem. Just like you got a problem for me talking about your daughter using coke. She's over 21, so she's fair game too.
Okay.
So she got mad. She called the lady a cunt. She just went off. She was like, "I ain't never apologizing to her. She should have never said that my daughter was doing that." But she didn't say she was. She just saying, "What if I said that? How would you feel?" And you see how you feel.
Wow.
So she just causing a whole lot of drama on the Jersey Housewives, and I don't like it. Because she about to start some other stuff too. With the same lady. So, okay.
That's awful.
It's bad. It's real bad. Well, we're going to wind it on down because we've been on here long enough. With the bullshit and the beauty. Bullshit and beauty. So with the Grammys, it's following the line of the Grammys. The bullshit is that there are a lot of artists out here that are working hard at their craft. And because your mama name is Beyonce, your daddy name is Jay-Z, you get a Grammy.
Tell the truth.
You get a Grammy.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
People have been working their whole lives to get a Grammy. And this girl is how old?
9
years old.
10.
And because she's Beyonce's daughter and Jay-Z's baby, and she What did she do? Did she sing on the song? Did she produce this? What did she do?
What song?
What did she get the Grammy for? Was she singing? I can't. I really don't understand how she would get a Grammy over somebody. Let me see.
It's so not fair.
Look.
She has her whole life ahead of her.
Mm-hmm.
She has plenty opportunity to do some stuff when she gets older. But to give that Grammy to a child like that, it was just unbelievable.
She received a writing credit on the song Brown Skin Girl. A writing credit?
A writing credit, girl. 9 years old.
Come on, man. That's not Grammy worthy.
Mm-mm.
There are people that have been writing and have writing credits all over. He's 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom and dad is Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
And so she wins a Grammy. All right, cool. Got it. I'm not hating, and we're not hating. We think she is a beautiful girl, which is the beauty. She is beautiful. She is talented, and that her parents are thinking about their daughter's future. So they put her as a writing credit because why? What part did she sing in the song? She was like, "Mommy, make the song say Brown Skin Girl." Girl, that's the name of the song. You gonna get a writing credit. Like what did you write the whole song? Like what? I doubt it.
Well, you know she didn't.
I doubt it. But because her mama name is Beyonce and her daddy name is Jay-Z, she gets a Grammy. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they got ties with the whole industry. So,
I just feel, like I said, I don't watch the Grammys, and I don't base who I like off of if that person is a Grammy award winning anything. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care if you want a Grammy, an Emmy, an Oscar, a Tony, or whatever. If I like you, then I like you. I don't care about all that. I mean, that's accolades that you get and you put up or whatever, and it means something maybe to an artist. But to me as a consumer and me as an artist, like I would never allow that to dictate my craft. If I never got a Grammy, speaking of a Grammy, Tiffany Haddish won a Grammy on her for her comedy album, and she was in the middle of taping that show that she does with the kids, and so they told her, "Hey, you just won a Grammy for your comedy album," and she's like, "Are you guys playing?" They're like, "No." They're like, "For real? It really worked." You could see the genuineness on her face, and she had the two little girls that she was talking to. They was like, "Yes, you won." It was so cute, and she started to cry. I was like, "Oh, that was awesome." She wasn't even at the Grammys. She taping her show like it don't even matter. I'm sure she didn't even think she was gonna win that, and she won. But please, a Grammy, okay? Go ahead. And she using it as a sippy cup.
She had a little straw.
She had a straw out of her Grammy. Okay, girl. All right. I'm gonna let you just go on. What you get on? You do that, Blue. You do that, Blue.
I mean, and let's just face it. They have other means of supporting their daughter with the trust fund.
Yeah.
Everything paid for. All that. The girl don't have to work a day in her life.
Right.
But just like you said, I mean, all the people that have been working for years put in this blood, sweat, and tears. People bought their stuff. They thought their stuff was good. And you're going to turn around and give a Grammy to a 9-year-old.
To a 9-year-old. I'm trying to see.
That's crazy. Margot, that is just crazy.
I'm trying to see who else was in that category. Let me see, because I need to see who was in the category with Blue Ivy. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Oh, I don't want to tell me. Oh my God. It just keeps saying Blue Ivy won her first Emmy. Who cares? I want to know who was in her category. That's what I want to know. Because that's who the people I want to talk to. Well, okay. Well, there she is. There it is. It is what it is. She got her Grammy. She got a new golden sippy cup. And she's happy. So, it is what it is. All right, y'all.
So what else could she be striving for the rest of her life?
She's only 9, right? Okay.
She has it all.
Yep. Oscar next. She'll get her Oscar and all the rest of that crap. So we are at the end of the show, episode 87 of Just Being Me podcast. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the podcast. I will make sure that I push published when this is over so that it will post today. So until next week, y'all, we will see you later.
Good night. Be safe out there.
Good night, y'all.